Hey everybody, so this is another one in a continuing series on green screens, and at this point I'm going to take this wall down. My overall assessment of it was that to get all the wrinkles out without going to really serious extremes like gluing it to the wall, and even that wouldn't really get rid of them all. There's a couple other ideas, but the fabric just has too many small wrinkles. They get in there far too easily, and that's the sort of thing that really ruins the green screen effect. Any kind of subtle shading, the entire wall should be one tone across the entire thing. So you can see in this case it's very bright at the top, drops to the middle, and then it's all out of whack right now because I'm moving stuff around. But I will be resetting it up. One of the light bulbs died up there, so I got to replace that. And another one is track for rolling your stuff along. In my case, O gauge is going to work out, but it's just as easy that the G gauge over here could be very useful to folks. The O gauge in this case happened to fit the wheels on my tripod perfectly. So if I use this on the floor, I can roll my camera along it. If I use it on the table here like this, I can roll any model along on it. With a turntable in here, you can pretty much get any angle going. The problem is that the light source should be following the model the entire time. Otherwise, essentially, you get really brights followed by a lot of shadows, and just everything's blown out and very harsh and extreme. Also, if there's no direct light on it, then it can be a little more difficult to pull away from the wall, but in this case, it's looking pretty solid overall. So once I get the wall relit and going, it'll look really, really good. The fabric in this case was a cotton muslin, $35 compared to the previous competitor was just plain old poster board from your local grocery store, or probably drugstores have it too, at $1 a sheet, which worked out to about $30 for the size I was working with. So similar cost there. Even though the paper has the seams going for it, which is kind of a bad thing, it's a much better green because this here on the wall just has too much blue component to deal with. And you really want to get rid of as much blue and red out of the wall as you can. So next up I'm going to be trying the felt. The plus side is that it should be fairly wrinkle free once it's actually hanging, and then the downside to it is that it's got a really rough surface on it, so that may pick up a lot of shadows, but we might be able to blur them away too in post, so that's definitely an option. And of course there would be no seams going for that. Other than that, I think that's it. So I had tracking markers in here, just like the orange dots on the paper there, and I was using tacks, which helped to even out the wall, but in the end it's just too many wrinkles to get rid of. The black velvet works really well. You can use paper, but you're still going to get a lot of light bounce, so if you want to kill the lights, invest $20-$30 in a strip of black velvet, because that stuff just eats light. So as I said, one of the bulbs is dead over there, a few cobwebs going on. I'm going to pull out the supports. I was initially going to have the wall wrap around in this area here, but I'm just going to run the next layer of fabric however far it goes and ignore putting a fake wall in there. The downside that I've found is that I tend to shoot into this corner here, so having an extension on the wall on this side would be great, but that's where the window is, and it's the only access to that window. So that makes it really tough. Possibly another sheet of green would work out, but otherwise I'm going to have to get some better black and drape that down there. But the track is going to work out really great. Like I said, I'll upload some other tests on that I just shot before I did all this. And next time you see this, the felt should be up and this stuff will be gone. Thanks for watching. See ya. This is looking like a really good option. The felt took about 10 minutes to put up because I pretty much had all the nails in place. So I just ripped the fabric a little to get it around the nail. It hangs really great. The only wrinkles there are from the folds that were in there, so ironing that should get rid of that. This corner is really nice and round all by itself. It doesn't need anything special. I'm still going to use these tacks as tracking markers and to stabilize the wall itself, but this is really great. Right now I'm going to leave that excess on the edge there, just in case I might still want to wrap that around up there, or run it over the door, or even stretch the wall over this way a foot or two. But that's down the road now that that's up there. So I did a few tests with this. They definitely look good. I'll get them on the computer and see how it goes. So next time, which could be a little while, I got to move on with a bunch of other projects today. But getting this wall going was definitely a really good investment in the hour it took overall to get everything ready so that I could take it down. So I guess that's pretty much it. The next video, well, immediately there will be some TIE Fighter tests here. Nothing serious, but I'll cut down some of the good ones there. And yeah, after that, probably a couple more installments on how this is going as far as the construction is, and how it shoots and all that kind of thing. The green looks pretty close to that paper. That's not too bad at all. It's a really nice tone on camera. Check the channels out and find out. The wrinkles should pretty much go away. That fabric from a distance, basically there's no details anyway. So the light levels aren't too bad right in there, it looks like. Once I get the table set up wherever it's going to finally stand, and get all these lights going, and maybe even add another one down there. Yeah, and another one down on the floor to reach over to this corner. There's definitely a gradient over there. That's it for this one. Thanks for watching. See ya. Well, with just a few tacks in there, the wall really smoothed out nicely. Pretty much can't tell that's a corner, which is really great. The lights will have to be balanced over time, but definitely got to get the wrinkles out of there. But straight up, that looks really great. There's some nice tones, and it should be a really good match. I'm looking forward to seeing the numbers and what all the channels work out to. So thanks for watching. See ya.